in downtown Detroit. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up first down.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver.
Taking down number 41. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Jackson. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And he's into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Lions. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. On first and 10, Jackson. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They face second down and 7. To throw is Jackson. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Jackson up top again. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. To the air one more time with Jackson. He's got it at about the 8. He is in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Detroit.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
14, Ravens nothing.
First and 10 now from the 36. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
The tight end going in motion to the left. On second down, it's Daniels.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Tight end going in motion here. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Try again. It's second and 10. Here's Daniels. The ball comes out. The Lions have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7. Second down and 3. Now Lamar going to hang on to it.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Jackson looking to throw. That's to Kincaid once again. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
4-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Jackson. And he's in. Alex Pierce. Touchdown, Lions. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Going to return this from the 10. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special team. With the recovery. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
And a minimal gain there, down to the 20. Second down and 8. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got it inside the 5. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Daniels. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Kincaid. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On play action, here's Jackson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield.
That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. Point after now from Tucker. The kick here is good. Add one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. 3rd and 5. Slot man in motion left. Throwing now, Daniel. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Operating from the gun, it's nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This fielded at about the 9. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike.
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Ravens. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Extra point try now for Tucker. The kick is good. And the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead.
Lions 21. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. He'll let this go for Pickens. And they take him down. Big pickup through the air. But there is a flag on the field. Will this stand? Jackson now on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Jackson now. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. Daniels now on 1st down. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens are going to extend their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Play action now. Jackson. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And the Lions are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
That's good. For the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw, Jackson. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They motion the slot man left. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. On 1st down, Daniels. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He's trying to get that to his running back, Braylon Allen. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 5. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his...
Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Point after now from Tucker. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Jackson now to throw on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now it's Jackson. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That is brought in at the 10. And he is going to be out of bounds. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. Now Daniels. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Extra point try now for Tucker. His kick is good. And the Ravens will add one more onto their big lead.
Lions 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
He's certainly making a strong case to be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Week. I mean, a touchdown earlier, now a sack. And you talk about impacting the game in all areas. This guy's having himself a ball game.
Now a deep ball here for Collins. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's looking number 6. Brings up second and 4.
To throw is Daniels. This one, a deep shot for Rice. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
A first down throw for Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They move